Well, hello everybody, Bug Eater 64 here again, and as you can see, we're going to be in DCS in the Huey. Now, this mission, we're going to be flying off the Tarawa, and it's on multiplayer server through the Inferno, Syria. So, with that, we're going to do this mission. I'm going to take off from the Tarawa out in the middle of the water there, and we're going to go ahead and head inland to try to find some bad guys. Don't know exactly where they're at. We've got a previous sighting and we're going to see how things go. Have a bad habit when I'm doing this kind of mission that I end up getting surprised by the bad guys. So, with that said, let's go ahead, get into the mission, and see what we can do. Hopefully we'll find some bad guys before they find us. See you inside the cockpit. Okay, welcome to the Tarawa, and we'll get things ready to go here in our UH-1 Huey. Okay, let's do a rearm because I want this girl loaded to the teeth here. So, first of all, with our miniguns and some rockets, and our door gunner's going to be using miniguns. So let's get just a touch overweight. She'll fly just fine. So we got the rearming and refueling done. Let's go ahead and set up our gunners to fire at anything that looks bad and mean. So they're ready to go. Alright, let's see about getting this girl up and running. Set that, fuel on, force trim and hydraulics. Get the throttle set, so we can go ahead and start it up. Make sure it's working in the HOTAS. Very good. So collective is working, cyclic is working. Okay, we're in good shape here. And let's see. Okay, that looks set and ready to go. And we'll start her up. And just in case I decide to do a little shooting today, we'll check our sight pilot. Okay, so put that so we get rid of our IFF, make sure it's operational. And we'll go ahead and switch our inverters and generators. Go ahead and clear our master caution. And let's add some throttle. Okay, everything looks set. And we're going to get rid of this warning page. Keeps popping up. Air threat is low, so I don't think that's going to be an issue. Check my knee board. So you can see this is LHA Tarawa. Facing a little northeast. Check our messages. That all looks good. Boys, we're ready to go, I think. So add collective and let's get off this boat. And we'll swing around and take a look at our floating home. And this is going to be a pretty long flight. Let's see where we're headed right now. And we're headed towards the coastline east of the boat. So this flight is actually can take up to an hour to get to the target area. Oh yeah, and I have a bad habit of forgetting to turn on my radio altimeter, so okay, and we got kneeboard. Let's look at okay, so we're going to take a look at the big map here. Get an idea of where we're at. Come on. There we are. Okay. Now I've actually got, you see that little red circle? That's one mission that's available. And then we've got this one here, which is a convoy. So I think we're going to head to that one. It doesn't really, one half doesn't or another. We're about split between the two. So I'm going to head towards that convoy and see what we can see. I think we'll hit the coastline around, I think that's Taurus, and then we'll follow the pipeline and roadway in to the target area. So we'll see how that goes. It's going to be a long flight though, because we're doing between 98 and 110 miles an hour. So the flight's going to take a little more than an hour and 5 minutes to get there. So what we'll do is we'll just speed things up here. Which will get us there a little quicker, and you don't have to put up with the entire ocean trip of just looking at water while I try not to kill us. Yeah, we got a long ways to go. So I'm not sure where the bad guys are going to be. The last visual was where that circle was, around the town there. So we'll just have to see what we can find, and that is why I put my gun crews, you know, to react to whatever they see or find, because they'll see it sooner than I do in most cases. And if it's a target that we can do damage on, they'll go ahead and shoot it. That being said, it doesn't always work well for me. Because if they can't shoot it and do damage, they won't fire at it. And so I have a habit when I do these kinds of missions on the multiplayer sites, like this one is through the Inferno in Syria, of getting surprised by the bad guys and getting my tail end shot. So we'll see how this goes. Kind of an overcast, gray day. No rain, but with our Marine Corps paint scheme on the helicopter, that could actually help us, make us a little harder to see from the ground. This is a long flight, and I'm kind of a little bit concerned. We've got plenty of fuel to get to the destination, if need be, linger and do our job. I'm not sure if we can make it all the way back to the ship, or we may have to land at a FARP and get refueled and rearmed. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so almost going feet dry here pretty quick. Hostile aircraft threat is low, so shouldn't have too much of an issue there. Okay, now we are approaching the town. Speed back to normal. I'm looking, I'm not seeing anything. This is a pretty congested area, so let's see if we can see the bad guys before they see us. I don't see anything. Whoop. But my co-pilot gunners do. So there's something out there shooting at. Okay, so damage to BTR-82A. Shooting at one right there. There's a lot of them in there. Oh, and they just hit us. Let's see if we got a engine. damaged, engine going out, engine fire. Let me see if I can do an auto rotation here. Oh, pilot dead. All right, well, wasn't that fun? As I said in the beginning, I was hoping that we would find them before they found us. But also the fact that on their first try, without hesitation, apparently a ZSU zapped me. I didn't realize that I was a dead pilot until it was too late. If I'd realized it quicker, I might have been able to switch over to the co-pilot and at least been able to do an auto rotation down to the ground, because they killed the engine too with that first or second burst at the helicopter. So anyway, it was fun, and you get to see this old guy get his butt handed to him once again, which is not uncommon in DCS. I'm sure grateful that my military career went much better than my time in DCS, but it's always fun. I hope you enjoyed the flight. Sure enjoyed having you along for the ride. And until next time, as always, this is Bug Eater 64 reminding you, safe flying.